Hey guys, thanks for joining us here at Salty Ginger Talk. If you're a returning listener, it's great to have you back. If you're new to the channel, we're really glad you joined us today, and we hope you like what you hear. So in our episode today, we're going to explain to you, using scientific evidence, research, studies, empirical data, why it's super important for you to stop caring so much what other people think about you if you want to live a good life, a life of meaning and purpose and fulfillment. Like we said, we're going to give you scientific evidence to validate this. We're going to give you action items to help you do this. We're going to give you scenarios and reasons why it's super important to not worry so much what other people think about you and just live the life that you want to live if you really want to have a happy and successful life. So that's the episode. Stick with us. We've got a lot of great action items in here that you can actually start right now to start changing these habits. So with that, let's just jump into it with our core thesis, or how we want to frame this before we get into specifics. So, caring excessively about what other people think feels virtuous. It makes us happy. Who doesn't want to be popular? Totally get it. I don't want to be unpopular either. However, it's not actually a good way to live. It's one of the fastest paths to anxiety, to resentment, and an unfulfilled life. People pleasing, caring what other people think and trying to cater to make them happy, is not kindness. It's fear dressed up as virtue signaling. We see it a lot in today's society. We see it a lot in the political spectrum. People trying to act or behave a certain way so they're accepted by a certain group. It's not going to lead you to the life that you want. And we're going to give you a bunch of reasons why. We'll give you scientific evidence, and we'll give you action steps to change some of these habits. So with that, let's just jump right in to the guts of the episode. Reason number one, people pleasing is strongly linked to anxiety and depression. You ever wonder why you hear liberals that act like the world is coming to an end and it's so depressing and America is such a terrible place and things are so bad? It's because they're trying to please people. That's why. Research in the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology shows that high self-monitoring, meaning constantly adjusting your behavior to fit others' expectations, is highly correlated with higher anxiety, lower self-esteem, and emotional exhaustion. So when you act like somebody else to try to make other people happy, say hello to anxiety, say hello to low self-esteem, and say hello to emotional exhaustion. Sound good? Not to me either, so let's not do it. Chronic people pleasers show elevated cortisol levels, keeping the body in a constant stress response. The translation here is when your self-worth depends on approval from other people, your nervous system is on overdrive all of the time. Never shuts down, you never rest. That's why you have all these mental afflictions that go with trying to please other people. So this matters terribly because your brain treats societal rejection like physical pain if you prioritize other people's opinions as high as we see some people doing it. If you live for approval, you live in threat mode. You're constantly worried about being rejected, and you wind up going down this road of depression and low self-esteem and high anxiety, and that's not where you want to be. So what's an action step we could take to prevent this behavior when we feel it happening, or we feel ourselves starting to think, well, I hope they don't dislike me. I hope they don't think I'm a bad person. I hope they don't disapprove of what I'm going to say. Each night, let's start asking ourselves, did I act today in alignment with my values? Did I say what I meant respectfully? So that's an important point here, and we'll talk about it several times in the episode. You don't have to be disagreeable to disagree. You can disagree very agreeably with people. Then what I'm saying there is your tone, your approach, the words you use, the way you express them to other people. You don't have to be aggressive. I'm aggressive a lot of times. It doesn't bother me a bit. And so if other people don't like it or don't like what I have to say, that's okay. They have the right to disagree with me. They have the right to have their own opinion. They have the right to not like me. I'm okay with that. I became okay with that a long time ago. That doesn't mean everybody. It doesn't mean I'm always right. There are times where I get that wrong and I look back and go, I should have handled that differently. And I have to go back and mend fences and make things better with people. Totally got it. And I'm willing to do that. I'm very willing to admit when I'm wrong or make a mistake. But I'm certainly not going to be someone or act like someone who I'm not to try to get other people to like me. That's not the way to go. So That's got to come out of our vocabulary. Did they like me? That's not a question we're going to ask ourselves. Did I act in alignment with my values today? Did I say what I meant respectfully? Those are questions we can ask ourselves to kind of do a post-mortem on our interactions with other people. Okay? So, reason number 2, authenticity, being who you really are, is a major predictor of long-term happiness. What's the evidence behind that statement? Studies in the Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin show that authentic self-expression predicts higher life satisfaction, lower depressive symptoms, and stronger personal relationships. You know why? Is because you wind up around people who act and think like you do because you're being yourself, and that attracts other people who act and think like you do. When you act and pretend to think like somebody else, it attracts people you're not aligned with. And you wind up in this cycle that we talked about in the first point. So people who suppress their true opinions experience ego depletion, mental fatigue from constant self-control. Oh, I better not say or act the wrong way or this group will ostracize me. So faking who you are is exhausting, and your brain is keeping score. It's got the receipts, and it's running all the time, and you have to keep thinking about behaving a certain way or acting a certain way instead of just being who you are. The problem with this is you can't build meaningful life or meaningful relationships when you're hiding who you really are from other people, or you're hiding from what you think around other people. It does not work. So our action step here is to learn this, what we call the say it clean rule. Once per day, at minimum once per day. You're going to express your real opinion, but you're going to do it calmly, even if it risks disapproval. Even if it risks disapproval. You're going to say what you think, even if you think other people are going to disagree with it. You're going to do it in a calm and controlled way. You're not going to be rude. You're not going to be aggressive. You're just going to be honest. You don't have to be rude or aggressive. You can say, I see it differently. I see it this way. Here's how I think about it, which I know is different than you, and that's okay. That's respectful, but you're being true to yourself and true to who you are. You're being authentic, and if you are authentic, you're going to build a life that you're really going to love. Okay, reason number 3, trying to be liked makes you less respectable. It has the exact opposite effect of what you're actually trying to achieve. Research on status and leadership psychology show people who over-accommodate are perceived as less competent, dumber than people who say, nah, I don't agree with that, and here's why. Consistent, principled individuals earn more trust, even when disagreed with. I've interacted with plenty of people who didn't particularly like me, but respected me because they knew I was being direct and honest with them. It works. It works. They don't have to like you. That's not the game. The game is not to have people like you. The game is to have people respect you and share their honest opinions with you so you can learn from them. You can share your opinions with them, and you can both get better and more intelligent together. Respect is built on predictability and boundaries, not approval. If you've got someone who only respects you or likes you because you say or act a certain way or believe in certain things, that's not a real friend. A real friend is going to like you for who you are authentically. Those are the people that you want to be around, because chasing likability costs you credibility. And I will trade likability for credibility every single time. If you ask me before I walk in a room, do you want these people to like you or to respect you? I'm going to pick respect every single time. You don't need everyone to like you, but you do need them to respect you, and you need to be able to respect yourself. That's the most important part. So we're going to set up an action step here around boundaries and practicing setting boundaries. How do you do that? You say things like, that doesn't work for me. I'm not available for that. You don't have to give an explanation. Don't go into some long soliloquy about the 10 reasons why. Don't try to explain it away. Don't apologize for it. Just say it. And then shut your mouth. Real straightforward. People respect you for doing that. Okay. Reason number 4. This one, I don't know why this is so hard for most people to understand, but most people aren't thinking about you anyways. How often do you sit and think about other people? I don't do it very often. I got my own problems to deal with. I got my own stuff to deal with. I'm thinking about my own thoughts and my own life and the people around me. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about other people. That means other people don't either. They're not thinking about you nearly as much as you think they are. This is called the spotlight effect. There's a study by Gilovich and a bunch of others that shows that people massively overestimate how much others notice or judge them. Massively overestimate. In experiments, participants believed their mistakes were noticed 2 to 3 times more than they actually were. People don't give a shit about you and your problems. They got their own problems. They got their own lives. They're not thinking about you. Quit worrying what they think about you because they're literally not thinking about you. You are not the main character in other people's minds. You are not the main character in other people's lives. Get over yourself. I don't know why you think you're so important. You are not to them. You're sacrificing your own peace for an audience that doesn't even exist and is not paying attention to you. Quit doing it. So the action step here is to zoom out. Ask yourself questions to help yourself zoom out from the situation. Here's one. Will this matter in a week? Even better. Will this matter in a year? Will this matter to someone else's life? No. No is the answer to those questions in almost every instance. And you're wasting time and energy trying to win people over who aren't even paying attention to you. If the answer to any of those questions is no, let it go. Just release it. It's done. It's over. Forget about it. Okay, reason number 5, approval seeking undermines purpose and direction, your purpose and direction. Self-determination theory shows that fulfillment comes from autonomy, competence, and meaningful pursuit. That's to yourself. Autonomy, your own. Competence, you know you're competent in a subject. You've worked and grinded and done the research and the work and the practice and the repetitions, and you know you're competent at that particular action, subject, whatever it is. And it's meaningful to you. The problem with external validation is it replaces that internal direction in trying to focus on what other people think is important. And that leads you to indecision, leads you to regret, leads you to chronic dissatisfaction. So, would you rather have autonomy, competence, and meaningful pursuit, or would you rather have indecision, regret, and chronic dissatisfaction? That's not a hard choice for me. It shouldn't be a hard choice for you either. So stop trying to seek approval from other people. Just be who you are. That will attract the right people that you want to build relationships with. A life built on approval is a life without authorship. You're allowing other people to determine how you're going to live your life. You're going to be unhappy the whole time you're doing it. You cannot pursue your purpose while outsourcing your identity to other people. So you have to set up a values filter. That's our action step for this one. Before a big decision, ask yourself this: does this align with my values? Do I agree with this? Or am I trying to avoid discomfort or judgment, taking the easy way out instead of having the hard conversation or saying things I think other people are going to judge or disagree with, even though it's what I really want? You should choose values over validation every time. You should choose your own values over the validation of others every single time. Okay, reason number 6. Emotional freedom requires letting people misunderstand you. It's fine if other people don't like you. It's okay. By the way, there's lots of other people that don't like you right now. You probably know who they are. Psychological flexibility research shows resilience improves when people accept discomfort without avoidance. You're going to be uncomfortable sometimes. That's the way life is. Sometimes hard stuff's got to be done, and you're going to be the one that has to do it. Trying to control others' perceptions creates emotional dependency on their validation. It's not a place you want to be. Freedom begins when you stop managing everyone else's feelings. They have the right to feel what they want. They have the right to think what they want. They have the right to be offended. They have the right to be upset with you. They have the right to all of those things. They have the right to disagree with you. No problem. Totally got it. Some people will misunderstand you and you're going to be fine. It doesn't matter. It's okay. They can misunderstand you. They can disagree with you. It shouldn't affect you. Right? So our action step here is we've got to practice let them. When discomfort comes, you can just say to yourself, let them think that. Let them feel that. Let them disagree with me. Let them be unhappy with me. It's fine. Refocus on your own behavior, not their reaction. And if you refocus on your behavior and you're not happy with your behavior, fine. Then you can make changes. But if you're making changes, it better be because they're changes you want, not changes to try to get them to accept you for someone that you're not. It's not where you want to be in life. All right? So, wrapping this whole thing up here, guys, we got to quit worrying what other people think about us. You don't become confident by being liked. That's not how it works. You become confident by being honest with yourself first and with others. That's how you gain confidence. You have confidence in who you are, you have confidence in your beliefs, and you have enough confidence in those things that if other people disagree with them, that's okay. No problem. Caring less about what others think is not selfish. It's necessary. It's how you build a life of meaning and purpose and fulfillment. Because no one gets to live your life but you. No one has to live your life but you. You should own the choices. You should own the values. You should own the things that are important in your life. Quit worrying what other people think about it. Do the things that have meaning and value to you. Stick to your guns on those things and watch how fast your life improves. Okay, that's the episode for today, guys. James puts it up over here every day. Head over to our website, saltygingertalk.com. Podcast episodes are there. Social media account links are there. We publish a newsletter every weekday you can subscribe to on our website. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to our podcast, whatever platform you consume it on. Super helpful if you're able to do that. We're continuing our interviews with awesome folks who will share what they've learned about the hard things they've gone through in life. Great life lessons there that you can apply to your life to create meaning and value and change the way you approach things based on other people's years of wisdom that they've learned from hard things. We'll do episodes like this that give you action steps that you can implement in your life today to start moving in a direction you want to move. And we're going to start a live stream once a week later this month. So you don't want to miss any of that stuff. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you come back and check out our channel and make sure you catch our next episode. We'll see you there.